Huh. This is something to talk about.
Take me far away. I think I've had enough. I can't do no more. I'm finally breaking. You lost all my trust. I'm walking out from taking me away.
Mic check. 1, 2, 3, 4. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another episode of the Wolfpack Podcast, where we talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly topics that happen on the weekly basis in the entertainment industry. I'm your host, Wolfson, and without further ado, let's get down with the shiznits. And let me tell you guys something. It's been a very slow week. There hasn't been that, wow factors, except for one that we're going to talk about from the EDM community, or probably two things that we're going to talk about in the EDM community. Actually, let me see in my notes. Yeah, we got a few things. But it is like not wow. But one of them is very controversial that I definitely want to cover it. So, but before we get to that ugliness, I definitely want to elaborate a lot more from last week's episode, which I feel like it was a great episode to talk about, and basically me shutting down and calling out NotLo for her plagiarisms, for stealing, for her conniving, thievery. I have to say, a lot of people are still defending her. I don't know why. Maybe they're defending her in the cyberbully essence, but at the same time, I feel like, bro, like,
she belongs to the street. Bruh.
She stole a demo. She stole someone else's work and slap it as hers and have it a label release, which it's also the label's fault for, not doing the research and check that out. I can't say, oh yeah, it's okay, guys, like move on. Yeah, she made a mistake. I can't say that. I cannot just go ahead and move on because hundreds and thousands of people do this. The stealing part. Yes, hundreds and thousands of people steal every day. And we basically cancel them as fast as lightning. But when we do it on her, that's where we have an issue. Where's the double standard in this? And I'm not just saying because, she's a woman and any of that crap. Like, no. Take the genders genders aside. Take the political views. Take the religious views or beliefs or whatever, take all that out. You see this person, NotLo, you see that name. You heard that they stole a song from another person. Doesn't matter what he or she or whatever. No. That person deserves to go to jail. That person deserves to go to court or something because she stole. Luckily, she avoided all that legality. She avoided that legality by removing those songs away from the labels, and the labels are comply, obviously, because it'll be a huge fucking lawsuit, and talk to the content creators who made the samples. I don't know what happened. I don't know what went down. I just still feel like, guys, stop being fucking hypocriticals and call people out on their bullshit. Doesn't matter gender. There cannot be any gender bias. But again, we're talking about people who have power, who have pockets, who try to persuade and try to avoid this whole scandal that happened and say, it water under the bridge, guys. Come on, let's move on. No, guys, we can't just go ahead and move on. Because a lot of people who don't know about music production are saying it's sampling. Everybody does that. Let me correct you on that, guys. Yes, sampling has been known from the dawn of history. Way before Pitbull started stealing other songs and slap his voice on it. Way before Will.i.am. Way before Shakira. Rockets go step back. Way before any of the hip-hop legends start doing the sampling and dropping their beats on top and dropping their voice and made a beat out of it. Way before Kanye's stuff. Because Kanye is well-known, notorious about sampling on all his beats. He finds something that thinks that it's not cool and makes it cool and drops one of his beats and his voice and bam, there you go. Kind of so that's how it is, guys. Way before, let's go back. I think like way before Elvis. And Elvis, they say they deem Elvis as this evil white boy that stole from black people's music. That's what it is. Let's go way back. Maybe around that time. Sampling has been a form of use for a long time. And I agree with a lot of people. If it ain't broke, why fix it? That's fine. All right, let's bring with that notion. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Sure, you're gonna get a few angry crowds here and there, but if it sounds good, it sounds good. Who gives a shit? As long as you give the recognition factor, as long as you get credits, as long as that royalties and some of the percentage-wise of whatever you get goes to the original creator, hey. That's why a lot of people, when they go to sample packs, instead of, asking for the original creator, can I sample your thing? They would rather just go on the sample packs and download the samples. Why? Because the majority of these sample packs, you purchase them. You purchase them, and there's a reason why. Because they're royalty free. What does that mean, royalty free? It means that if you use that specific sample on a song of yours, the original creator is not gonna come after you for a percentage of your song of whatever you make. Any revenues that I know, it comes straight to you. Why? Because he gave those rights away when he made a sample pack that made it royalty free. That's what it means. That's why a lot of people use some of the virtual Riot sample packs. Remember those sample packs? A lot of people use those because he made it royalty free for people to, come up with some of the sick ideas and stuff. The thing is that having the ability of these samples for you to make songs out of it makes people lazy, makes them feel lazy and I'm writing a song. Now, there's a difference. There's a few people. You got the lazy producers who just basically slap a song, slap a sample, and call it a day. That's lazy writing because you didn't do much other than just layer some samples on top of each other to make it sound fun and cool and looped all array, and that's it. Versus real producers like myself and a few others. Yes, because there's people in the interview that I've interviewed before that they use samples and they not do a really good job. However, the people that does a good job, like Altair and myself and others more, what they do with the samples, what we do, is basically take whatever sample that we have, resample it, add effects to it, resample it again, add some crazy other shit on top of it, layer it with the original one and with the resample version, create a new sample out of it just by resampling the two, layering each other, add more effects and more movements, and before you know it, you destroyed the original sound and made a whole new sound, and that's what you use. And that's what you're going to slap on your project. This is something we'll know from Modestead, Josh from Modestead, shout out to him. From Nitty Gritty, shout out to my brother. And Altair and many others that I've interviewed, they all said the same thing. Like, guys, just like take one sample, resample it, do a bunch of crazy shit, and then boom, there you go. Samplifier company. I can name a few that does this. G-Key, man. All they do is just grab one sample. If they don't sound designing by the way, resampling is a form of sound designing. Don't get that twisted. Because if you destroy the original sound and make a whole different new sound, it's no different than, having a preset of any sample pack, destroy that original sound and make a new one. It's no different. It's the same thing. It's sound design. Literally, just grab the sample. All they do this is grab the sample and make it into a song. Like, you got this little top right here, and then it spreads around the entirety of the song. And that's why a lot of times when you hear a song, it sounds so cohesive, so it makes sense with this sound here and there. But yeah, because they took it from that one sound and boom. And I want to make that distinct difference. And I want to talk about it because people are confusing. All she did was sampling. Like, she sampled. All she did is just slap it in her run. No. There's a difference between sampling a song or a loop or a bass shot versus actually stealing the whole entire demo, the entire track, and just put her name on it. That's what she did. She didn't sample. She went above and beyond of sampling plagiarism. There's a slight difference, and you guys have to understand that. Yeah, I just want to make that clear because people are like legit confused at what's the difference between one and the other. I'm like, bro, it's very simple. It's just that she stole the song. And what she could have done, because she claimed in her fake apology, which is half-assed, she said that she's done sampling and looping before. Just this isn't her first rodeo of doing this. It's only her first time catching it that she got caught. But needless to say, I want to make that clear. Like, there's a huge difference between sampling and plagiarism. What she did was plagiarism. What we normally do is sample. Some of my songs, guys, came from sample packs, from a Sullivan King sample pack, from a company, from the majority of the Disciple sample packs, because I support the Disciple crew. Shout out to them, man. I especially Molstead, with the Virtual Riot and Pat Lundy's spicy rhythm drums and Molstead sample pads and samplifiers. Like, I support those guys, because they actually make legit good shit, And there are times in which, dude, I'm fucking tired of sound design and going through Zerum and going through emotions just to create something new. Like, I'd rather have something already done and restructure it, destroy it, make a new shit. And it's easier than you think. It's easier than you think, guys. You assume that it's not, but it is. It's easier. And the more you do it, the more you practice, the more it becomes, like everybody does it. Some of my greatest songs come from a sample, And that's the beauty of it, guys. Like, you don't have to necessarily buy the entire sample pack. You can just go to Splice and, download any individual sample. Like, if you feel like with the writer's block, let me just go to Splice and see what samples they got. Ooh, what is this new sample pack? Oh, let me hear some of the sound. Oh, shit, I like this. I don't like this, but I like this. Oh, let me download the only ones. Takes like 1 or 2 credits. Boom, And then you make something out of it. That's the difference between us producers and lazy producers. And that's what happened to NotLo. She made the laziest route that it got to the point that she plagiarized the whole thing. She could have done better. She literally could have been mentored. If she was legit, like a legit, artist, she should have friends that can say, hey, can you show me how to do this or how to do that, this and that? And some of these established artists could have in fact, the established artists that are defending her could mentor her if they're so, behind her back. Actions speak louder than words. But I digress. That's something I just wanted to put it out there, because it seems like there was a bit of a confusion and people are still defending her, even though they shouldn't, because she literally got caught red-handed. And you would have done this on any other producer. I call it as it is, But because, I'm not saying I have anything against women. No. But because she's a woman, we need to be softer with her. No. Everybody deserves an equal fair shot. Equity, equal rights. I mean, everybody's asking for equal rights, right? All right. Well, this is one of the benefits. You're gonna get treated just like us. If we do something stupid, we get canceled. So because you did something stupid, you're gonna get canceled too. I have no hate, but it is what it is, and I call it what it is, guys. So move on with this, because I just want to put that out. Oh yeah, and it's funny because it's Ultra Music Festival happening this weekend. All week it was Miami Music Week. I wish I could have gone to a few shows, but I had other priorities. I will only go if they ask me to, or I ask them to say if I can interview artists. That's the only time I'll ever go to a show now. Just to interview them and to have that in the Lone Wolf podcast. But yeah, I noticed that she's played to have a set in Ultra Music Festival this weekend. And I know a lot of people are like an outrage. Oh, I should have canceled her. Like, well, here's the thing. I'm pretty sure a lot of people got canceled her bookings, but Ultra is different. Festivals like Ultra, they're a different monster. Like, they have a contract, and Ultra cannot back down that contract. And Ultra doesn't really care about the scandals behind it, because if it doesn't affect their numbers, besides, like, for them it's like nothing, So they have a ironclad contract, So that's why I'm like, yeah, Ultra's not gonna cancel her. Their contract will backfire then if they cancel her. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Let's just move on, because we're gonna get down to the real nitty gritty topics. Apparently, nitty gritty rebranded himself into Needy. Dope. Love you, buddy. Makes it easy for everybody, because now we're just like, hey, Needy. Here's something that people don't care, but I'm gonna talk about it. Datsik just released a trailer of his new forthcoming EP or singles or whatnot. Everybody's up in arms. As always, Datsik made it again to the podcast in the sense that I mean talking about him. Very controversial. I told you guys it's a controversial topic because it's incredible that to this day we still, just like NotLo, we have people that are defending NotLo. We're still people defending Datsik, only for the wrong reasons that we're defending him. But I did mention it many times in the podcast. These are all allegedly, but at the same time, it's my opinion that I believe these alleged incidents based on experience from people that have worked along with him and tell me some of these fucked up stories that he's this type of person that his colors were shown plenty of times. Yeah. So that's why it lets me believe I believe them, because these people are still established artists and they still work around the industry and they don't have time to lie to me. And I know I associate myself with people that actually are legit. They don't, and they have no reason to lie to me other than just to smear him. Then damn, if that's the truth, then fuck. Congratulations.
You played yourself.
But other than that, I believe them. And these are people that I can trust. They're not like other promoters that I can't trust or you can't trust, These are legit artists that have toured and they're doing good and they've gone better since they expanded themselves away from that messiness. So Datsik released something on their Instagram and released a trailer of their forthcoming. I have it right here. I don't want to put it out, but I have to, so we can see what's what. Here's this is the trailer. So we're gonna listen and take a look and see what we think about it. I already put my dislike at it because it's like, nah. All right, let's see what dumb fuckery
Is he dead? No. I can still hear his heart beating. He's barely breathing.
Let's bring him back to the temple. The master will know what to do.
Oh boy. Dragon Ball Z sound effects.
Ended up in Outworld.
I heard he was exiled. I'm surprised he still lives.
Oh my god, bro. Seriously, you're gonna play that card? It was exile. I wonder why. Wonder why he was exiled.
Master, we found him. I know he was banished, but is there nothing you can do to save him? We have to revive him.
No, we don't.
You have to revive him.
No, we don't.
Master!
Bring him to me.
My god, there's so many cringy shit out of this. Sound effects from Dragon Ball Z. So fucking long. No, he did not win with that.
A ninja.
Let's go!
Mid. It's not legit. Like, wow, next level is like mid. It's the same Datsik. Oh yeah, forgot to people. He ghost produces for people, but when he was on tour, he had people ghost produce for his songs. Irony, huh?
Break them down.
It's the same shit. Like it's. 。
it bang.
Yeah, because it's the same song, so it's a legit song.
Emotional, damn it.
What do I think about this? Let me look at the comments. Jesus Christ. There's so many people so supportive of it. You're the man who brought me into the dubstep scene. Oh my God. You can't. You're right. There's nobody in like you. EDM fell off after they tried to cancel you. You still have a following and it's yours, unlike some others we know. What kind of dick writing is this? Welcome back, Datsik. Cancel culture is dead. Can't wait to hear the bangers he has stored for us. Oh my God.
Nani?
Yes, Datsik has returned stronger. Stronger, bro.
Bruh.
Love that classic Datsik sound. That's what I'm saying. Like, what? It's the same Datsik. There's nothing new from him. It's just regular. He didn't evolve from him. Been waiting for something like this. That needs to re-energize. Really?
Nani?
You're telling me Excision is not enough? Company's not enough? Modestep? Muerte? Jiki? Bezo and Dr. Ushu? Samplifier? Ivory? Barely Alive? You're telling me some of these greatest are not energy enough for you?
Bruh.
Huh?
Nani?
Emotional, damn it.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Been waiting for something like this. Wow. Dude, advised? Yeah, I advise you to shut the fuck up and reinvent yourself, bro. Like, what? That was kind of mean of me. But again, it's like dubstep needs to re-energize. Like, come on. Then you're not in the scene. Like, you don't know what the fuck is going on. Years of unreleased tracks to drop left and right. Can't wait. Unexpected. Dude, like, all I'm seeing is a lot of positive things out of it, which is wild to me. Maybe I don't know. I just feel like it's a little bit messy in my grounds. Messy. Let me show you something that Nasty Step said. You know, this is something that he tweeted out. That's some people I follow on IG liking that sick post. Yeah. I see you. Everyone sees you. And it ain't a good look. I can promise you that. Facts. Then he posts, that's before I got onto the comments. Can't tag, but damn, this is a shame. That records, I can't lie. I like that because, yeah, it's true. So this Dab Records, yeah, guys, I've never heard of you guys, and you're starting off with the wrong foot. Ooh, how long wait will pay off? What?
Nani?
You can't even write for shit. Looking forward to it. Amazing job. That's a respect, man, and I appreciate the support from y'all too. Keep crushing it. Not a good look, Dab Records. You should have not tweeted that. How long wait will pay off? Go to the channel to that channel's popular uploads, and you'll see why that's not surprising to see, even if it's sad to see in the generals. Virtual is cool, guys. Don't worry. Oh God, I tapped that with autopilot. Brain on. I'm really sorry. Let me fix it. Yeah, bro. That's just shots out. Keep out the support Dab Records. Yeah. People can support one another, and it's so funny that makes you mad. What? My dude, what? Bro.
Bruh.
I've been sucking 5 years, bro. You surprised? Oh, I didn't know that. Like it or not, since nothing was ever taking the trial like Bass Center, he is free and big enough to do his own thing. Gather somewhat of a following of his own. His days are numbered on the festival circuit, though. I don't see how any promoter will be able to eat the backlash. I agree with what he said. Yeah, and it's funny that, you know, his they haven't got to it, but eventually the Piper will get his day, you know. Yeah, so I don't know, like it's so wild to see that many support, you know. Let me take this out for a moment. it's so wild to see that many support of Datsik with, based off all the shitty shit that he has done over the industry. And I'm not gonna go dwell into again and talk about all the stuff he said. Like, come check out my previous episodes that I talk about Datsik. But I gotta say, if the new music that he came out released, if it doesn't suck, it's just mid at best. Mid, average. It's basically an old sound of his, refresh it to the new year. Basically, it's the same thing. Now, I'm not saying that a lot of artists don't do this, because yes, a lot of artists do this, and I do this. I sometimes pick out some of my old sounds or songs that actually made it very popular in my streamings, and I use that sample. But you know what? Guess what? I restructure it. I resound the resound. I resample it. I get it much more popular, much more creative. I make other crazy shit. But basically, you just copy paste and put it into, again, we're going back again to the sampling section portion, but all you did is just grab your sample and just like shorten it and just made it more movement. Like the song itself, I could only hear the first half. I couldn't hear everything. It was mid at best. Mid. It's not that big a deal. In fact, and I'll still put it like it sucks. But I can see why a lot of people like it, because it's an old Datsik style. It's like, oh, back in 2018 shit. It's like, whatever. But it's no bueno, bro. It's not that good. Honestly, guys, I've heard better songs or better versions of it. And I know I'm gonna get flagged in the comment section, but you know what? Bring it on. And people that are commenting and praising him as like the second coming of Jesus, like, get the fuck out of here, guys. Like, come on. It's like, we all know what he did. We want to deny it because there's no trial, there's no charges yet, but we all want to praise him. And it's true, one of the commentators says, he says, like, no promoter or festival is going to touch that because they don't want the backlash. They're going to lose money. Even though a lot of people will want their support of him, they will go, but nobody wants to touch it because that's a messy, messy thing. What are my thoughts about this? He's going to remain canceled. There's no way you can come back from this. There's no way, because unless you're a DJ or music or to do the touring, there's no way you're ever coming back. There's no way you're going to get your money back. And releasing songs, yeah, you could get 1 million streams if you get it. I doubt you will even get 100, but I could be wrong. But even if you get it that much, it's not enough. Every view or stream, you get paid less than a quarter. Less than a quarter. So imagine, multiply less than a quarter times, let's say 100,000. Reality is that some of these are actually less than a penny. It's like 0.00. I'm gonna put 25 just for the fuck times 100,000 views. That's still 250. That's the number I was looking for. Yeah, $250. You can't live based on $250. And some of these are like 0.001, and some of them are 0.002, and some of them are 0.000. Guys, you can't live off of that. That's why you got multiple platforms so you can stream it, so that way you can get all those revenues. But me seeing this, he's done. So there's no way he's ever coming back. I just don't see it. And his music, if that's the best he can release, is that the best he can release? Then maybe his dick riding followers will like it, but it's not a company level. It's not an Incision level. It's not a Zomboy level. Like, he lost the sauce. He got canceled, and I always felt like his music was always mid. And only a certain songs that I liked that were his were. The majority of them are with collabs with people, like the Virtual Riot and Datsik Nasty. That was a fire song, but that was all Virtual Riot, to be honest. Like, Virtual Riot did that whole song. The Bear Grylls collab, that was all Bear Grylls. The 12 Planet one, again, those are all the other part. He barely did touch it. He just slapped his name out of it. It is what it is. How do I know this? Because I'm part of the industry. I never left the industry. I talk to people. I converse with people. People behind the scenes tell me these stories, and I fact check them with the said people who actually are part of the projects. It is what it is. I'm not gonna get more into it, but that's what's happening. Let's just move on to this last entertainment topic before we get to video games and TVs. Larsa Pippen. For those of you who don't know who Larsa Pippen is, she is Scottie Pippen's ex-wife. Now, again, if nobody knows who Scottie Pippen is, and people should already know about this, he was a former NBA player from the Chicago Bulls who was right there with the Michael Jordan era and have won multiple championships with Michael Jordan. His ex-wife, Larsa, she's been on a huge clout campaigning for a while. Like, I don't know why, but she's been clout campaigning, like clout chasing. And which is wild because she's an old lady. Not old, she's on the 50s. And she's going out with Michael Jordan's son, who's on his 20s.
Nani?
Let me repeat that. Larsa Pippen, Scottie Pippen's ex-wife, who she's in her 50s, is going with Michael Jordan's firstborn child on his 20s. I have no problem with the whole cougar going down, like 20 years away of difference, because the same thing comes with women going to older men. Men can go to older women. That's a different topic or another conversation. Everybody, as long as it's within the legal range. Anything that's 21 up, or if we're gonna go legality, anything that's 18 plus. Just like Leo goes to anything that's only in the 20s. Here's the problem that I have. You're going out with your ex-husband's former teammate's son. Like, you legit saw that kid growing up as a baby, and you waited until he got older. Well, she didn't wait it. It just so happened that she had friends that are friends with him, and they got together. But still, it's like, dude, you saw him growing up as a baby, and then you started going out with him when he's old enough. Now, I'm not saying that it's grooming, but at the same time, it's kind of odd and it's kind of weird that you're actually going out with your ex-husband's teammate son. The roles were reversed. Scottie will be going out with a former teammate's daughter. Everybody will be in the up and roar. And how many have seen this story with friends' sisters? I've seen this, and everybody goes in the up and roar. But the roles were reversed. No. It's okay. It's okay. But that's not what we're here. That's not what we're talking about. That's not what we're talking. We're talking about this thing. Let me put it right here. Larsa Pippen says she and Scottie have slept 4 times a night, every night.
Nani?
You serious?
Gotcha, bitch.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
That title alone tells you how much she's lying, how she's looking for an excuse to cloud chasing. She's capping. How the hell you been sleeping with him for 4 times a night? Not 4 times a day. No, 4 times a night. Let me tell you.
She belongs to the street.
I'm not Scottie Pippen. I'm not near his prime in terms of physique, but only takes me once and I'm like, all right, I'm done. How the hell? You say we do this 4 times a night. She said night, not day, night. And still, even with your period and your menstruals and with your kids and traveling, like, huh?
Nani?
This is legit one of the things that something doesn't add up. The math don't make sense. Like, what?
Gotcha, bitch.
But let's listen to it. Let's listen to it. I was married for 23 years. I've always had sex like 4 times a night. So 3 times a week is nothing. I had sex 4 times a night, every night. I had never had a day off for 23 years.
You serious?
So it's like, bruh.
She belongs to the street.
I can almost believe it if it says 4 times a day because you can spread it out. Okay, a night? Every night?
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Girl, who are you fooling? I'm telling you, she just doubles down on certain things and just like, bro, you're just an attention seeking. That's what you're an attention seeker. Because there's no way, there's no chance in hell that anybody's gonna believe you. And a lot of women are telling her you're capping. Because there's no way. I don't care if the guy makes a hell of a lot of money and you don't have to work a day in your life and you just have to show up to bust a nut. Bro, I don't care how he could be a prom star. There's no way. There's no way that guy has enough bullets to keep it going 4 times a night. There's no way. On top of playing basketball and playing, his prime. Let's take a look at this TikTok video because that's where it says, all the crazy shit. Let me put on my headphones one more time and let's take a look.
Years, I've always had sex like 4 times a night.
4 times a night?
A night? Yeah, so 3 times a week is
Hold
nothing.
on. You're telling me you had sex 4 times a night when you were married?
She's just saying I had sex 4 times a night every night. I never had a day off for 20
Cap.
What?
Yeah.
Cap.
What? Your poor vagina.
You had sex 28 times a week
Yeah, I swear.
for
But with
23 years?
Yeah.
So on the road too, when you was traveling? I don't understand.
We never spent time away from each other.
Okay.
Like we had a private plane. I
that's
traveled with my
That's
kids. Yeah.
bullshit.
Marcus has big shoes to fill.
He wears the size 15 shoes. I think he's okay.
Oh shit. Andy Cohen says, oh shit. So he was talking about Marcus Jordan, which is, Michael Jordan's son. He has big shoes to fill. He's a size 15, so that means he's got a big ding-along. Mandingo. Hey. I guess it's true. The bigger the shoe size, the bigger your dingo is. Again, cap. And I'm talking about this because it's been hitting out the news cycle for a while, and everybody's like, what the fuck is she talking about? And I agree. She's just capping. Again, she's sinking attention. That's all she does. And let me tell you, it's a marketing genius. I'm not gonna lie. It's genius to talk about this bull crap. But it's all crap. It's all capping, bro. Like, what are my thoughts of this? This is bull crap. A lot of these women are not, bro. I can't believe you. The level of lie. How far are you willing to go with your lies? Oh man, she's a rich girl. She can do whatever the fuck she wants, and she's dating, Michael Jordan's son. And according to her, it's actually pretty good because she's filling up the space. And Andy Cohen hilariously says like, "Oh shit!" Like he went oh shit. Like he piping it down. I don't know. It's messy for me. But she's literally a very controversial. I guess this whole episode so far has been nothing but controversials, But speaking of more controversial shit, I'm not doing this on purpose, guys. I swear to you, I'm not doing this on purpose. Speaking of controversial shiznit, let me give you guys this. So remember a few months ago, Justin Roiland was being let go from Rick and Morty. He was the voice actor of a lot of characters, including Rick Sanchez and Morty. He's also been the co-creator and co-founder of the show, Rick and Morty. He got let go because of some charges of inappropriate behavior and as well from domestic violence abuse against his spouse. We just learned that the charges were dismissed due to insufficient evidence to prove the case beyond a reasonable doubt.
Nani?
I'm going to link this up. Were dismissed. Co-creator clear of domestic charges due to insufficient doubt. Justin has been cleared of domestic violence, according to the statement of Orange County, district attorney's. The charges were listed to insufficient evidence to prove the case beyond reasonable doubt. Roiland pleaded not guilty to one count of domestic battery and corporal injury and one count of false imprisonment by menace, violence, fraud, and or deceit in 2020. Holy shit, that's a lot. He appeared in court in January pretrial hearing, and second pretrial hearing was scheduled for April 27. So this is Justin Roiland's response. I've always known that these claims were false, and I've never had any doubt that this day will come. I'm thankful that this case has been dismissed, but at the same time, I'm still deeply shaken by the horrible lies that were reported about me during this process. Most of all, I'm disappointed that so many people were so quick to judge without knowing the facts. Basically, solely I'm the word of embittered Eds trying to bypass due process and have me canceled. That may have succeeded, even partially, is shameful. However, now that the legal case has ended, I'm determined to move forward and focus both on my creative project and restoring my good name. I guess good for him, yeah. Roiland responded to the drop charges, yeah. He also expresses disappointment that so many people, resigned from Squatch Games, the video game developer he co-founded. Hulu similarly dropped both Solar Opposites and Koala Man. Despite Roiland's statement, there are still numerous other allegations against him. After this case came to light, additional individuals made allegations of mistreatment at the hands of Roiland, including the one Twitter user who wished to remain anonymous and claimed that Roiland joked with them while they were underage about being incest. Whoa. Additionally, Orange County District Attorney rulings did not rule that Roiland is innocent, only that there was enough evidence to prove the case either way. The product discussed were independently chosen by our editor. Okay. So, what do I gain from this? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about this before we move on to the last topic. So, kind of a similar situation with Datsik and also with the Amber Heard situation. Only that in Basin. Messy all around. Datsik hasn't gone to trial yet. Base sector is. Amber Heard, obviously, we don't know about it. But I think that I'm going to relate this more to the Amber Heard. When the whole allegations came out, everybody dropped Johnny Depp. Only a few remain on his side because they know the truth about Amber Heard and they know that Johnny will never do such a thing and he'll be like, all right, I got you. But studios like Warner Brothers and this, I don't think Disney legitimately dropped him. I think he did. I can't remember. Somebody fact check me on that. Dropped him. He had plans. He had plans for making a lot of potential movies, especially the Pirates of the Caribbean, which was in a halt. It was messy all around, and they dropped him without hearing hearing. Once it got to trial and they proved that Amber Heard did do it and she's lying, everybody's like, oh, fuck. Yeah. That's why I stay behind with you're innocent until you're proven otherwise, because that's how you work legality. But in today's world, we're all based on the court of public opinion. So even though legally you're innocent, people will still see you as you're like this monster or this like whatever. And this has happened. It's so controversial because this happened to a lot of people who the OJ incident. What else? But technically he's innocent, even though we might think otherwise. He is innocent and he's an innocent man. So you can't do anything. You can't continue to cancel him on him. Even though I have mixed feelings about it, I feel like, again, that's another topic, but I'm trying to get a point across, And I forgot the bitch that killed her daughter and left it on the car. Yeah, I forgot what was her name. I saw her on that documentary, and she made a documentary for herself to prove her innocence. I was claiming that her father is the one who did it. And I'm like, we can think that they're guilty, but in legalities, if they come out that they're innocent, and this is one of the situations in which I feel like we should wait until what the court says. If the court says otherwise, that, you're guilty, then yeah, that cancel all the way and you're done, though. But canceling somebody before the court appearance, I feel like I have mixed feelings about it. And I feel like it's not fair that you can cancel, because what if the evidence comes out and it turns out that he didn't do it? What if the evidence come out and it was all a ploy to cancel him altogether? shouldn't that person go to jail for damaging someone else's reputation? That's what happened to an up-and-coming football player. He was on the rising. He got arrested and sent to jail for grave allegations that he didn't commit. He stays innocent, and later found out that the girl actually lied, and they released him. They ruined his opportunity for scholarships for going to pro, all because of some bitch actually lied.
She belongs to the street.
It's the same thing with him. However, something that it said in the article, district attorney says that even though they didn't have enough evidence to convict him without beyond a reasonable doubt, they don't think that he's innocent. Unagi. Now we got something. Now this is the part. Even though he's innocent and they dismiss the charges, that legally doesn't mean that they don't think that they're in it, that he's innocent. They didn't have enough sufficient evidence, and two things could be right. Means that they didn't have enough evidence that to convince him to be a guy because they believe that he's innocent, or they believe that no, he's guilty, but we don't have any evidence. We can think that way, but if we don't present the facts, then it's a hearsay, she say. Two things can be right. So that's where it trickles down a little bit. That's why it's always good to to make sure that if you are in an abusive relationship, make sure you record everything and make sure you have evidence of it, whether it's texts or videos or voice recordings. Make sure, because it's the only way for you to save your ass out of it. Just like the Amaranth situation. A few months ago, Amaranth recorded herself on stream with her husband, or I don't know if they're ex or anything, abusing her wordly, not physically, words. They're saying that she's a piece of shit, that she's worthless, like you got nothing, and with text messages and everything. Now that's different. If we got all of that, then yeah, we can convince this guy like, no, you're done, so fuck this guy. But if we don't have enough, then even though you believe it or if you've seen it that has happened, there's not enough evidence to back up to hit her down with the hammer. Unfortunately, that's how the world works in the U.S. Justice law. Any other place in the world is you're guilty until you're proven innocent. So he would have gone to jail at that point until he was proven otherwise. But it doesn't work. And sometimes those style justices are not perfect either. So yeah, guys. Let's get down to the last topic to wrap this up very quickly. And let's talk about Resident Evil 4. That's right, guys. Like today is the release of Resident Evil 4. Oh, let me mute this up. As you can see right here, I'm so happy that they made a remake of the 4. I couldn't fully finish playing the fourth game, the original fourth game, because I don't know what went down. But I'm happy that I'll be able to play it in the RE engine that they actually made it. And then so far, I played the demo and the graphics. I look at it, like they look spectacular. Like I cannot wait. I already got the copy. It's already on its way to getting delivered to my home. So I'm just excited when I could start playing the game, and it's gonna bring back some old memories of me playing it halfway through the game. Almost finished it. But it looks so good. It looks amazing. I can't complain. Resident Evil continues to shine. It continues to shine and it continues to go upwards. I don't know if they're going to remake 5. At this point, they should do a remake of 5. 6, they shouldn't touch 6 at all. Like, even though I enjoy 6 is like, maybe they should remake 5 later down the road after they do Resident Evil, let's say 8, 9, or make Resident Evil 10 to make it 5-year anniversary. When they release 10, they can also release 5 as a like, hey, 5 and 10, But so far, because like they released Resident Evil 4 after they released Resident Evil 8, 4 and 8. They just need 9, and then they need 10 and 5. There you go. I don't know, but it looks amazing. It looks pretty good, and I cannot wait to play it, guys, so I can give you guys my reviews out of it. But so far it looks amazing. This weekend, John Wick is out. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna talk about it next week. So keep your headphones out with that. And that's it for today, guys. So let's wrap this out, guys. And thank you guys for tuning in. And remember, every week is a brand new episode with a brand new topic. So always remember to like and subscribe for your weekly episodes at the Lone Wolf Podcast and Wolfpack Podcast for SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and iHeartRadio. And of course, the YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Lone Wolf Podcast or at Lone Wolf Pod, when you can check all my latest episodes of the Lone Wolf and the Wolfpack Podcast. Comment down below, because now you can comment down on YouTube and Spotify. Let me know what you guys think about the episode. Guys, just comment down below. Let me hear your thoughts, share your experiences. If you guys got a specific topic that you want me to cover, please let me know in the comments down below. And I'm going to do my best to talk about it in the next episode. So, guys, thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you guys in the next one, all right? Peace.
I can't do no more.